Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Scope. And now, here are your hosts, Jared, Adam, and Shane.
Hello, Governor. Episode 240, what, Jared? 241. Yes, it's all accent day from Shane. I'll just sprinkle it in.
So you're not going to maintain it. You're just
all
going to
accent day ends immediately.
Yeah.
You're just upon you hearing
that would be
yourself.
the only one you hear.
Can you do a South African accent?
Crikey. I'd have to hear it and then repeat it because I'm a perfect mimic, but I can't pull it from my brain. I'm a perfect mimic.
I'm going to say you can't. That's no.
Can
What
you?
about,
Can you, Jared?
No, I never
New
claimed
Zealand. Can you do
New Zealand? It's
yeah,
sort of like Australian,
kind of, but
it.
different.
It's softer.
the way that you start it is you say the name Brett, but as New Zealandish.
like Brit.
There you go. Then now you can do it.
Imagine, now let's just use, you imagine you're an Australian, and then you also imagine that you're what the alt-right likes to call a cuck,
Okay.
and then you nailed the accent.
So what was the name of the what was the name of the band that Murray was that he the Flight of the Conchords, it was the Cranky Dogs or whatever?
I don't know.
Remember?
What was it? They,
It was
he had another
something
band,
dogs.
right?
Yeah, he went on and he always say 1 cent, some stuff like that. That's what he would say.
This is off to a good start.
It's a great start. So we had an extra week off just to align ourselves for the upcoming fall super season of all media, all pop culture. So we apologize for that, but we are back.
You make it sound like there was like a real plan there.
Jared, people have come up to me all the time and they say, where's the next episode?
I think it was last weekend we weren't available to record, and
Wow.
I'm not available to record next weekend, so this was our opportunity in October.
This is our window, mate.
I like that
See,
you
Australian.
also apologized.
So we decided to
having-
throw some shrimp on the barbie.
There we go.
And here we are.
Is
We're recording.
Is that your South African accent?
No.
You sort of have to sound like Trevor Noah when you do South African.
Yeah.
And that I don't even understand. Like, he doesn't sound like the stereotypical, back in the late 80s, early 90s, you'd always have a South African bad guy, like in Lethal Weapon.
Let's see what we can find.
Diplomatic immunity. You
Yeah.
have to say that.
And it's like, it was a very strange, like,
Hello
that's,
everyone and welcome to today's video.
Okay.
there we go.
It's called accent tag, South African. I don't know.
Jared's on fire.
I'm
with
looking
the-
at YouTube.
So this is the first installment of Proudly South African Wednesdays. You might be asking,
So
There we go. We got it.
it's like that. It's like it's got, so there, it's Dutch influence. So
Yeah, there's a Dutch influence, Adam. A Dutch oven influence.
you never thought you would come to this podcast and learn about world stuff.
You didn't.
But here you are,
And
learning.
this is good because I don't have anything else to talk about in our opening segment
You don't?
except for football.
Adam has it exactly right. Whoops. Wrong tab.
So the last time that we really talked about football, let's recap. That was 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
So were both of our teams then at the time just 1-0?
Redskins lost their first 2 games.
So
Yeah, they
I
started
think
0-2.
I don't even know if the season had started yet.
Yeah, right? We did predictions.
Yeah, we did predictions.
was
but I think the season was starting that weekend.
was the Minnesota
honestly.
Vikings? Were they without a quarterback at that time, Jared? Do you remember
No,
that?
they had
They
had
traded
signed
for-
Bradford.
Okay,
But Sean Hill was about to start.
and Sean
the
Hill,
following day.
and he won that game.
Well, he didn't win that
He
game.
won it single-handedly.
Oh, he just
and then
has
they,
amazing performance.
They benched him, created the biggest quarterback controversy in the history of football.
Right.
You,
They brought-
you don't bench an undefeated
You
quarterback.
don't. You just got to let them play. You've got to let them play. And so here we are.
Can't win if you don't play.
5 weeks later, Vikings are in a bye week this week, but they are 5-0. By most accounts, they are the best team in football, according to sports wonks. Adam, your team is in the mix as well.
Sure.
It's a tough division, though. You've got a streaking Cowboys team. You've got a Eagles team led by rookie quarterback sensation. What's his name?
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Vikings will be playing him in 1 week's time.
Redskins are playing him this week.
Redskins. I'm cheering for the Redskins in this game. What do you think about that?
I'm amazed you're saying the R word.
Oh, I'm just when football's going good, I'll say any
The
word.
Donald
you
Trump
know?
influence
Yeah.
has really come down.
I
on
mean,
you.
if there was like a team like the Las Vegas Masturbators, I would say it, and I wouldn't even worry about
Well,
it.
you might
The
be able to
Vikings
say
are-
Las
Vikings
Vegas
are 5-0.
Raiders next season or a couple seasons from now.
Exciting.
The Mississippi Clan, I would say that if there was a team if the Vikings were 5-0.
Wow.
Because
That seems ill-advised.
blinders. It probably is not the greatest. Just if you think about it from a Mississippi standpoint, that's not what you're going to want to name your professional sports team.
But just from a Mississippi standpoint.
Yeah, just only Mississippi. Anywhere
Sure.
else,
Fair.
I mean, they'd be kind of weird if it was like the Vermont Clan.
You're not
I mean, it
gonna
doesn't
get-
really make sense.
You're not
but
going to get this this level of sports knowledge and wacky hijinks on any other podcast.
People don't talk about it the way we do. We deep dive.
Right.
So Vikings are 5-0. Adam, you've watched every game. on
Every
the
Vikings game?
Yes.
I have not watched a
on the
single
ed-
one of them.
on the edge of your seat.
No.
Are you surprised? I'll look at you first. You have to be, right?
5-0, sure.
This
sure.
is a tremendous surprise.
Yeah, the surprise of the offense, right? The defense, we knew they were going to be good.
They were what we thought they were.
Did
Did you know they would be this good, though?
The defense, I think so.
Yeah?
I think we knew that they would
We
be
think-
holding people under, what are they, holding offenses to like 15 points a game or
Negative
something?
3. I don't know how they're doing it. Don't know how they're doing it.
I think what the surprise is, and this I'm not going out on a limb, is the fact that you've got a Vikings team hurt all over the place, decimated by injuries, but yet they continue to be successful, and it seems like they're getting better, taking out teams. You know, the Panthers, which maybe they are not who we thought they were.
Panthers, I think, are a broken team.
You've got the Texans, which, you know, have another stellar defense, but offensively questionable.
Right. Well, I mean, missing their best player on
Yeah.
defense, too.
But still, they're doing quite well in deep. Amazingly enough, you lose your best player, if you're a good squad, you can still compete at a high level. Jared,
Funny how that works.
it is
How
funny.
much does coaching play into that?
Adam, how much does coaching play into that?
4.
4% or
Just
just 4?
The value of 4.
Value of 4.
Well, I don't care what Adam has to say, Jared.
Yeah.
You and I never talk, so this is what I'm really
Never.
hoping to get your download in terms of what
Whoa.
of what the Vikings are
You
doing.
can't handle my downloads on.
Are you surprised, Jared?
I am surprised that they're 5-0. Yes. I'm not surprised that the defense is playing as well as it is because they started showing that last season, and of course they maintained most of the squad, if not all of the starting squad.
Yep.
Even with some injuries, they're performing really, really well.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle that you take out one piece, you put in another one, and it does the same thing.
I mean, it is.
That's not how a puzzle works.
It is not how a puzzle works, but the closest I could get.
Okay.
It is
You
surprising.
blow one fuse, you put another fuse in, Adam.
Sure. I don't know.
It is surprising that they can lose their starting quarterback, their starting running back, their starting left tackle. They've now lost their starting right tackle. They've had injuries across the entire offensive line. They've had injuries at receiver. They've had injuries on the defensive line. Sharif Floyd hasn't played much.
Right.
I think the big part that is not saving this team, but is allowing this team to perform at this level is they finally have a secondary that is shutting down teams.
They're aggressive.
Xavier Rhodes has turned into a shutdown corner. The rest of the squad is making plays when they need to, and teams that are known for passing just aren't getting it done anymore against the Vikings, which is great. And so the offense, which in the last week or so has sort of turned it on and started to figure it out with Sam Bradford at quarterback, and they're actually making offensive plays. But for a couple weeks there, they just had to do enough to get through. They just had to
Sure.
not turn the ball over. And that's the other thing. The offense has
that's
not
your
turned the ball over.
That's your number one stat. That is what is a game-changing stat. You don't turn the ball over, awfully hard to beat you in 5 games. It really is, Adam.
Yeah.
And Adam's like, you guys are talking all the time about this team. My team is 3-2.
They're not a great looking 3-2.
But
so
you know
it's fine.
what?
They had to. The refs had to mess something up for them to beat the Browns. so.
Anything goes in the NFL, Adam.
You might say Evan. Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah.
And not that
Al Pacino.
Not that I'm a big Washington football team apologist, but the reality is that you've got a Cowboys team that's 4-1, who we know what the Cowboys do. Oftentimes, they poop their pants.
Yep.
You've got an Eagles team which you sort of wonder, can they keep up what they've been doing? I don't know. And to be fair, I would maybe even say that about the Vikings. If you continue to have injuries like this, or you have an offensive line that is not as strong as it is, you are going to face challenges at some point. We'll just have to see how well they can deal with that.
We'll see how healthy they are coming out of the bye here.
That's
going to be a big
health.
I mean, it helps when, the Packers still don't have an offense, comparable to what Aaron Rodgers is last in the league in completion percentage and
Crazy.
passes over 10 yards. Like, what?
People are talking about the Packers in terms of their defense, which is unusual, and the offense is the
Afterthought.
the redheaded stepchild. But that may not last. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is always a guy that can keep you in a game for the most part. I think we'll have an interesting race in the NFC North, and I think NFC East with your team, it's going to be very, very interesting.
Sure.
Wouldn't it be funny if Romo comes back and just submarines the team again?
Well, yeah.
Which could very well
we
happen.
still don't know if they're going to have him start. I think that that's what they, were saying.
Yeah. But
Dak Prescott's been good.
he's doing well.
Yeah.
So
He was drafted to be there, to be Romo's replacement eventually, right?
Yeah.
Romo, 37. I
Yeah,
think?
he's on
So,
he's on borrowed time when
yeah.
it comes to his start.
I don't know.
So in the NFC North, it's going to come down to the Vikings versus Packers.
Yes, although the Lions have shown a little bit of
Jim
spark.
Bob Cooter. Why- Don't
No,
sleep on
no.
Jim Bob.
I don't see it happening this year. And then the East is going to come down to probably Washington and Dallas.
I don't know.
You think the Eagles are going to fade?
Maybe. I don't feel like they can keep it up. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting though. We talk about teams that have been dominant, like the Eagles, the Vikings, the Broncos, but the Broncos lose a big game
Well, they
on
lost
Thursday.
their first backup quarterback,
Yeah.
was great, and then he gets injured, and then the guy they actually drafted to take over long term has been terrible through 1.5 games.
Yeah, so
Paxton Lynch.
Paxton
Didn't
Lynch.
Didn't Seaman start on Thursday? Or
I
was
thought he didn't. Oh, maybe he was back. And I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
and then you've got this little team that we call them the Patriots.
just upstarts from New
Upstarts.
England?
We've never heard of these guys. Brady comes back, lights it up for 400 passing yards or whatever it was.
I really wish I didn't like football, because
Yeah.
then I think I would really appreciate the heelish nature of the Patriots way more.
Yeah.
Instead, I just get annoyed that they're good all the time.
It's amazing how they do it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be annoyed though if they were your team, would you?
No, but then I would be one of the most annoying human beings on earth.
There we go. As I told Jared, the last episode of The Simpsons had a whole parody on the Patriots and their fans and the city of Boston. It was very good. So if you dislike the Patriots, that's a good one to check out.
Okay.
So there we go. So there we go. Football continues on. Of course, we will be talking about it
Once
every 3 weeks.
Let's do a new update on what you expect the final record of your team to be.
We'll start with Jared, since he is a
16
guy
and
that
0.
the guy is not negative, and
Do you
I'm
guys
always
remember
negative.
what you guessed before the season started?
I said 10 and 6.
And I think I said 8 and 8.
All right.
8 and 8, 9 and 7.
So Jared, what do you think now?
I've looked ahead at the schedule, and there aren't a lot of teams that I think would be a significant challenge to the way the Vikings are playing now. Other than Green Bay in Green Bay, which is always hard.
Yep. Last game of the season. Hopefully it means nothing by the time we
Yeah.
get there. I mean, really, that's the hope. Like, you have it locked up and whatever.
I'm going to go and say it's 14 and 2.
I would probably be a bit more conservative and say 11 and 5. Because I think that they will find challenge, and you will find teams that will be able to do something against our offense.
You think they're going to go 6 and 5 the rest of the way?
Possibly. I don't know.
I know you don't know.
I feel
That seems doubtful. but
I feel
yeah.
like this is a team that will win the division, but I still feel like there are going to be other opposing teams that are going to figure out ways to beat them up.
Kicking game, will it ruin it all?
Kicking game's been fairly consistent the last couple games. I don't think that it's going to come.
Last game.
I don't think it's going to come down to that.
Okay.
I don't think it. I don't. Which is, it's weird because they lost that game against Seattle because of that, and I've totally blocked that out. I don't even remember it. I wish Blair Walsh would be the same way as me, but it was cold.
Yeah.
But I feel like the team is good enough now where it's not necessarily going to come down to that to win a game.
Okay.
I think they're going to get wasted, or they're going to waste somebody else. How about that? So we'll see.
Fair.
Yeah.
We'll catch up on this in a month and see where we're at. Adam, what about your team?
I think I guessed 9 and 7, which is what they were last year, and I'd still go 9 and 7.
I think that's perfectly fair.
Yeah.
Is it 9 and 7 enough to win that division?
Last year it was because the division was terrible.
Yeah.
This year I don't think it's going to be enough.
But if you have 3 teams that are sort of in the same ballpark,
yeah,
so to speak, that same level, I think 9 and 7 could win it. You could have a
Sure. If yes,
You know what I mean?
If all three teams are 9 and 7, then
No, I just mean that I think that you're having three teams.
Wait. If all three are 9 and 7, you're saying an 8 and 18
Stop
can't
it!
take it.
Okay, now I've got to figure
What
out
about let's do all the tiebreakers?
another accent quickly to take the heat off of me. No, what I'm saying is if you I'm
Not
not doing
racist.
I'm not doing a non-racist Asian.
just a pan-Asian accent.
That is difficult. No, what I'm saying is if you have three teams that are mediocrely good, that 9 and 7 could win that division.
Sure.
So I take that back. They don't all need to be 9 and 7, but you could have 2 9 and 7 teams. Then you get one that wins a tiebreaker. Boom. Maybe that's your Washington team.
Sure.
Boom. Onto the playoffs. Lost in the first round.
Boom.
Perfect
Yep.
scenario.
Then they go head to head against a strong Seattle team, a strong Viking team.
Oh,
a
the
strong
Vikings are going
Packer
to
team.
have Vikings will have a bye. Don't worry.
Jared is.
we
first week
are
bye.
we are only 3 weeks away from the Scoper Bowl, I think, guys.
Do we book our flight?
That's an expensive trip.
It's not that expensive.
Expensive
We
trip.
We can stay with my mom for free.
Nice.
Oh
I'm
my
in.
God.
Let's go.
Tickets to the game are going to be more than tickets to the flight airfare.
All right.
Interesting.
Mull it over. You know what else we should mull over?
What's
the
that?
rest of the show.
Yeah, baby.
Guys, it's episode 241. We'll be back with a lot more scope, a lot of Adam talking about his news stories. I've got a sneak peek, and boy, oh boy, his investigative reporting, Jared, is top-notch this week.
It is.
So let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more scope right after these words.
Hey guys, want to support the show? Well, consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/The Scope Show. You can pledge as little as $1 an episode. You can set up a monthly cap, and you can cancel anytime. Patreon helps you support creators directly, and your support means we can continue to make this show for you. So make sure you visit patreon.com/The Scope Show for more information.
Under the scope.
And we are back. It's the scope. It's the under the scope. It's the news. Jared Adam is on his phone trying to find more scoops. Right up to the last second.
That is the mark of a true journalist.
He is like the Walter Cronkite, Edward R. Murrow of this basement. Go ahead.
Thanks. Finding news this week was hard and depressing.
Wow, what a champion.
That sounds like my sex life.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
though?
not true.
With the
It's all election all the time.
Yeah.
And
and even though I think the person that the three of us would be supporting is well in the lead.
Beetlejuice, right? We're all writing in Beetlejuice.
Could be not. I got a big arm, like 24 hours.
It's still just disheartening. So I think I only have one politics story.
We'll
in
talk
there.
politics briefly in the next episode.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
tune
you
in
don't
then.
need to cover.
So, well, I just wanted to mention this because I think it's funny.
Okay.
Max Temkin and the Nuisance Committee, they're a group that the same people that created the fun party game Cards Against Humanity.
That game I hear is catching on like wildfire.
Yeah.
Sold in Target stores now,
It is.
which is crazy, right?
The retail pack.
So it does not have a lot of the offensive stuff in the.
No, they sell the
Is it
normal
the
one.
same cards?
Yeah, they have a Target exclusive expansion pack,
Yeah.
but they sell the normal games there too.
And like one of the cards is like effing spot the target dog. That would be the answer.
There's a game called Codenames, which is a fun kind of party game too. And Target has the exclusive retail rights for the After Dark version, which is a
Are you
dirty
saying
version.
I could go to my local Target, I could buy Cards Against Humanity, and inside that box there's likely to be a card that says a bigger, blacker dildo?
That's in the second expansion.
So
and
no.
it's cock, not dildo.
So you're saying
all the cards.
So you're saying no.
I don't know if they sell the expansions at at Target. They sell the original, which has a big black cock, big black.
and
dick.
that is
I don't know
that is in it.
Oh yeah,
Interesting. Okay. I mean,
bigger blacker is in one of the expansions, and then the biggest blackest dick is in the box expansion.
I'm impressed that you know.
This has become a thing
The lineage.
in our group.
Okay.
A thing.
Do you get sick of playing that game?
Oh sure.
Okay, just
I
making
mean,
sure.
it's we don't play it anymore.
Yeah.
We keep buying all the expansions and then we don't play it.
I think it feels like there's a shelf life on that game.
Sure.
I feel like it's the sort of thing you can only play for like I don't know, 40 minutes, and then you're like, all right, that's stop.
But I mean,
I'd even say 40 minutes is too long.
no. For like the first time you play, like after a
You
year,
play every
or
card.
never having played it. Well, I think at this point we probably have like 1,200 cards to pick
Sure.
from. So, anyway, that group they started a political action committee.
Really?
And
What does that stand for? A political action committee.
You mean what? What's
it's a really long acronym, Shane. The P is for
political.
Right? Okay, so walk me through it.
O
I'm going to
is
write
for
this down.
obvious.
Political action, that starts with an A, so that would come next.
No,
correct?
it's actually EH in this case.
EH.
Yeah, action. Oh, it's New Zealand. Political action.
And then committee,
Fiction,
is
yes.
that with a K or C?
Yeah.
So PEC.
Peck.
Got it.
You
Okay.
can call it a peck.
We got it. PEC. Okay, they formed a PEC.
Yeah, and
It is, isn't it?
they've been doing like billboards
Right.
around the country, and they have one coming out that came out earlier this week. And I don't know if either one of you guys played Overwatch at all.
No.
You did not. Okay, so 20 million people have played Overwatch.
We're not one of those people.
You were not those guys.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I played it.
All right.
I liked
Calm
it.
down.
I
Past
played-
tense? You're not continuing to play?
Oh, I didn't buy it. Blizzard did a couple free weekends before it came out, and it was fun. But I don't know. I don't have people to play with, so I don't want to play a team-based game.
Did it.
But we can all get it, and we'd be on a team.
We all could do it.
that would
anyway,
requer me to actually play my PS4.
yeah.
Is it on PS4? Or is it on
It's
on
on
everywhere.
PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Okay.
Personal.
What is that?
computer.
Oh, that's okay. Let me
Yeah.
write that down.
The P stands for
P?
person. Yeah.
C, is that-
the E stands for?
Is C, is that with an SEE?
No,
Or
it's SEA. It's like
SEA.
a large body of water.
PCA.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, we're acronym city right here.
So, in an appeal to millennials and whoever else plays video games, young people,
The youth or old people like me.
right?
Are you a millennial, Adam?
So technically, a millennial and Gen X both start and end on the same year. So they both start and end on 1980.
Right now,
So yes, technically. Yeah.
Right now, there is a new season of Survivor where they have Gen X versus Millennial, which is ridiculous because they make the effort every single time they interview them to talk about the differences,
Right.
Which
Do
is
you like
crazy.
Alanis Morissette?
Which is crazy, Be like, millennials are like, hey, let's just do whatever we want. And
They're
Gen
taking
X is like,
selfies.
there's a way of doing things, and you do it this way, and you work hard. They make it sound like we're from the greatest generation, you know. But Adam,
We are.
There's
Gen X is the greatest generation.
there's one guy who is just like you on the show.
Oh, thank you.
Where
Wait.
he's like the crossover guy, but he is on the Gen X side.
I see.
But he could easily be you.
Right, because he's always
But-
like
but
talking
it-
about
He's
Harambe
like
and
a
stuff.
Honda CRV.
Yes, they've got it. What does that stand for, Jared? CRV?
SEA.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I don't know
Oh.
where that
R,
diverges.
as
Anyway,
in,
this-
like what a pirate says. R.
This story is that they have a billboard that went up, and on it shows kind of like a caricature of Donald Trump playing a game, computer game or video game. In this case, it's Overwatch, and it says Donald Trump mains Hanzo and complains about team comp in chat. Now
That's a deep dive, right?
Oh, it's a very deep dive.
How could he play video games with those small hands of his anyway?
Well, got
Well,
a special made controller, Shane. He's
no.
a rich
Remember
man.
when the Xbox,
like a
the original Xbox came out, and the Duke controller,
Yeah, the
was
giant
way
controller?
too big.
Yeah.
And then they came out with the S.
That was all Donald Trump, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he was the main driving force behind the smaller controller.
Did you know that that new Nintendo system that they're coming out?
The NX?
The small one? No, the small where they have 50 games built into it.
Oh, yes.
It's
yes.
like small with small controllers.
Yeah.
Donald Trump sponsored that. It makes him feel like he has normal sized hands.
Didn't realize that.
Jared, let me see your
What-
let me see your Donald Trump hands when you pop it when he
Well,
talks.
he's always like
Jared's
this.
got the perfect Donald Trump hands.
And then he does this, but these are like this. They're like normally your fingers go like at this angle, but they go like this,
Wow.
like they're arthritic or something. I don't understand.
Listeners-
Usually it's the right hand.
And
What-
then
what
Jared
a
really
bad-
crisps it. He can pop it too.
What a bad
It's
week
got to be
to
like
not have
it's got to be
video.
up here to the
It
side of
looks
your
just-
head.
It looks just like
And
him.
sometimes he does this.
Did you see the video of him mimicking groping women?
No.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. He just does like a quick reach with his tiny.
It's
with his
very-
Is that
hand.
how he grabs him by the pussy?
That's that. It's, what?
He's got to stand very close to them too.
What a week to not have video.
Oh, then we good. It's right there.
It's right there.
So-
all of Jared's hands. It's going to look like some sort of surveillance camera. Is Donald Trump running the show?
Anyway, this is just it's a campaign to show how Donald Trump is not a good team player.
My parents were talking about that billboard.
Yeah.
They loved it, by the way.
Oh, good.
They totally got it.
They get
They
it.
totally
Well,
got it.
it's not geared towards them. Right?
Clearly.
It's geared towards a group that is surprisingly not as liberal as you might expect.
Obstinate.
White millennials actually went for Romney slightly.
That's so bizarre.
Isn't that weird? So, and they are.
What can you tell me why with your research?
Because I don't know.
He doesn't even know.
What are your guesses?
I don't like how you're flipping the script, Jared. Why would white millennials go for Romney?
I don't know. I have a hard time understanding how anyone decides to vote without actually looking at the issues and figuring out which candidate will actually have at least a small chance of working for your best interest. Voters in this country are just a black box to me, as far as I know.
Well, he's an outsider.
He is.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's such an outsider. His name's only like on every building in New York. I mean, not every, but
Okay. Anyway, I just thought
People
it
know
was a
who
funny
he is.
story, and
He's no
I wanted
outsider.
to include something in the political realm this week. So
Yes.
there we go. They have other billboards
I
planned.
mean, we're running out of time for politics because in a few weeks
Yeah.
the election will happen and a great gaping hole will open in the earth and will swallow us whole.
You mean the rigged election?
Right. Okay. To bring about the end times.
Let's talk about movies,
Do it.
if you guys don't mind.
Okay.
That is a part of our mantra equals tantra in this podcast. We love to talk about movies.
What company has the most successful comic
Ooh.
to movie cinematic universe at the moment?
Jared,
What'd you say?
can we get some background music that's like a quiz show music? Because he just
No.
asked us.
Oh, can I? Maybe. I
mean, this isn't like,
yes.
Okay.
Maybe this one. Here we go.
Okay, ask the question. Ask the question
I won't.
again.
I won't. I'm just going to go on and answer it myself.
I didn't hear the question.
The question was, which comic book company has the most successful cinematic universe at the moment?
I'm gonna go with Timely Comics.
And I'm going to say Archie Comics.
Okay, good. Thanks, guys. So I would argue it's Marvel. And a lot of people don't remember this, but
Oh.
Marvel did have some success not producing their own movies previously.
Give me an
but-
example, Adam.
So a great example would be the Blade trilogy. Maybe
Yes.
not 3.
yeah.
1 and 2, quite good.
That was all pre-Marvel Cinematic
That's-
Universe,
yes,
correct?
that is correct.
If I'm not mistaken.
Those were
You are
yes,
not.
all pre-MCU. Because what was the first MCU
McU.
movie?
Isn't that where
Iron
they
Man?
teach you how to flip burgers and make McNuggets?
Correct.
Iron Man in 2006?
Iron Man had to be. Yes.
Right. So yeah, Blade, I don't know what year Blade was, 97, 98?
It was late 90s, Jared.
Yeah. Anyway,
Confirming.
Ryan Reynolds
yes.
in one of
Yes.
those movies at least.
3, right? Yes.
Patton Oswalt.
Blade was
in one
98.
of those.
Blade was 98.
Okay.
Adam.
Blade 2, 2002. Wow,
So-
4 years in between, huh?
There were
Blade
rumors.
Trilogy?
Trilogy.
Trilogy.
2004.
Great response.
I think
Trinity.
Seth Green and Patton Oswalt were both in number 3.
That is that's crazy casting is what that is.
Yeah.
Chris
They-
Christopherson.
They played Blade. Which
Really?
most
I
people
didn't
don't realize
I
that.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes
Patton
was,
Oswalt as
already
Blade.
Yeah. Anyway, there were some rumors going around this week that Marvel was going to do something with Blade again in a cinematic form, and then some of the producers from the Underworld series of movies, the Kate Beckinsale vampires versus werewolves, though they don't call either one
With sexy
either.
black outfits.
Yeah.
I know they're Lycans and something else.
Yeah.
And Speed Boys.
We
Speed Boy.
Lycans and Speed Boys.
we heard that it was in fact the Underworld
it.
series that was interested in having a crossover to have Blade in there, but unfortunately Kevin Feige, that is the correct pronunciation.
Yes.
I had looked it up today.
It's important to have that
Yes.
correct.
So speaking to the playlist, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige confirmed the conversation with the Underworld producers did happen, but negated hopes that Snipes or anybody else will be playing Blade anytime soon.
You don't need Snipes as Blade. Recast.
Sure. Well, he just said.
I would love it.
I would love to. No.
Yeah,
Jared.
why
He
not?
said they did ask about it. Our answer was no. We'll do something with Blade at some point, and that's still the case today.
This is what they should do with Blade.
okay.
Netflix
Let's hear it.
Hear me now and believe me later.
All right.
Definitely, that is the character that is made for Netflix.
Great. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's pitch it.
Let's do it.
I don't know why you care so much, Shane. You're behind.
Hey, I just started watching Jessica Jones.
Great.
Just started. Anyway, so talks happened, but
Nothing.
came out
They
of it.
say Marvel says they want to do something with Blade. Now, I'm sure that really
course they
just
do.
means no, you can't have our property.
Yeah. No, like we have. So that sort of ties into the mystical nature of Marvel, which they're just starting to flesh out.
With Doctor Strange. Sure.
So
yep, maybe they'll.
yeah, or maybe that's more like the supernatural, which they are also just starting to flesh out.
Sure.
With
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf and
Shield,
Shield,
Ghost Rider,
Ghost
Agents of
Rider,
S.H.I.E.L.D..
Agents of Shield, because it makes perfect sense.
Now you need to pronounce the D better because when you just said it, it
Shield?
really sounded like in Rider because it really sounded like the old PBS show Ghost Writer.
Ghost Writer.
It's a PBS program.
Was that a
Is it
kids
really?
show?
Ghost Writer?
Hmm.
Yeah, sure. Teen. I'd say it was a teen focused show.
And did one of the characters on that show have a flaming skull?
You couldn't see the ghost, so
Possibly.
it's entirely possible. Yeah.
Not perfectly determinable.
I think each of us has a flaming skull inside of us.
we do.
That's beautiful.
It's just a matter of whether you want to show it or not.
Correct.
Okay,
Next story.
what do you guys think about this whole clown thing that's going on these days?
No sightings in Minnesota yet, as far
Well,
as I know.
You would be wrong.
So guess what? A week ago.
What? I saw the sightings map. Minnesota wasn't on it, but has it been? We have an update with breaking news.
A week ago, rumors were flying through my daughter's middle school that there were evil clowns outside. And she actually said that to me multiple days. Like, kids were talking about it, and they even made an announcement on the loudspeaker, which I cannot confirm or deny that. But they were evil clowns stalking the school.
Okay, so let's say
What's the scoop?
we're gonna take a little bit of a deep dive on this, if you'll
Please
allow
do,
me.
because
Will
I'm
indulge you?
uninformed.
Are we going to get a history of evil
No,
clowns?
I can't read this whole thing.
but can you tell me where it came from at least?
like where clowns come from?
no, where
as
this
being-
whole concept of
current
evil
one.
clowns just in general. Like, I don't understand it.
Pennywise, no, because there was something like in '81 where people became convinced that there were satanic clown groups around the
Okay.
country, and that was 5 years before the book came out. So who knows?
I'm going to say that the evil clown stuff started, Jared,
Yes.
or was reignited with American Horror Story.
Well, okay.
Like, people started doing cosplay of that, and then it sort of turned into more of like,
Sure.
we can capitalize on
I
this.
will refer to what happened this summer.
Please do.
Momentarily. I will say there is a Vox explainer that does have some of this
Right.
information. If you're interested in like the history of like clowns being thought of as scary.
Correct. And you must need to...
Yeah, that
You-
sounds about right.
Jared and I both want you to clarify where Doink the Clown fits into this whole...
Doink was actually multiple wrestlers. Multiple people.
I can't
played.
believe
What
Yeah.
about Ricky
I
the Dragon Steamboat?
I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
Okay. So first off, this most recent clown panic started.
Like, there's been many clown
There
panics.
have been many. It started in August of this year. When there
Of
were
our year
multiple,
2016?
the year of our Lord 2016,
Right.
where in Green Bay there were
Of course.
yeah, of course, there were multiple sightings and multiple police reports of people, clowns. I guess we shouldn't call them people. We don't know.
No. Were they wearing like spray painted black cheese heads? I could see that, like a satanic clown cheese wedge.
There were clowns just standing around on street corners,
Just standing there.
with balloons, just standing there, looking
Like,
ominous.
probably not moving.
right, just standing.
Yeah.
not
And then
waving, not
dirty,
being-
like dirty.
right.
Like they just rolled in muck, floppy shoes.
This became known in the area as Gags the Clown,
All right.
the name of this clown. But it turned out this was actually a viral marketing campaign for a low-budget horror movie.
Why did they pick Green Bay?
I have no idea. It worked, though.
Yeah, of course it did.
Right?
Okay.
Since then,
By the way, is that illegal to do that?
it is illegal in some states to wear a mask in public.
Okay.
That is the only illegal part of that. And I didn't look
Could you
up
do
if-
it with face paint?
I think face paint is considered a
A
mask.
mask, all right.
Right? If you're
Yeah.
covered. I don't know. I'm not a.
Where is our
I am not a
legal
lawyer.
expert, Jared? Why do we not have him in here?
What if it's cold and you're wearing like a balaclava?
That's a great question, right?
Yeah, it is.
What would you be wearing, Jared?
A balaclava.
You sort of said it like
Baklava.
baklava.
No, it's not a baklava.
What about I would
hey,
just say
You
it's-
don't know tasty, delicious
Hey, you don't
Mediterranean
know me.
treat on your face.
that's what we
Don't
do.
shame me for wearing that.
Is that like a
on my face.
snowmobile mask, Jared?
Sort of. It's
All right.
like it's yeah.
All right. The next clown hoax was in late August. Multiple school children in Greenville, South Carolina reported seeing a group of scary clowns whispering and making strange noises at the edge of a local wood.
Well, that's South Carolina. That's typical
A
behavior.
police investigation into the reports turned up an lack of corroboration or evidence that the clowns had existed at all. Further evidence exacerbated by anonymous, likely hoax phone calls to the police. So despite all this, the city got into a panic. This is again in Greenville. There were school conferences. Police had to issue reports. In early September, a Winston-Salem man was arrested for falsifying a police report about a clown sighting. In Macon, Georgia, reports of clowns menacing children at a bus stop came to be nothing. Another false police report was filed for that. So, like, you can kind of see, like, there's a police report. The news reports on it.
Yeah.
But then there's never any follow-up of like...
Nobody ever really knows
turned
what's
out
going
there
on.
was zero clowns there and just people just getting freaked out. And like to me, it reminds me a lot of like the stories from the 80s where it was like satanic babysitters and child care providers that, you know, got put on trial for molestation and everything. And it turned out, nope.
Yeah.
Happened literally 0 times.
Yeah.
Disappointed!
So... now, update to by the end of September,
Dateline.
36 states, including Minnesota, had sightings.
Right. Richfield. The city that we are in. Clowns are all over the place.
There's one behind you right now.
Tormenting my daughter behind that black curtain, Adam.
Let's see. School districts in multiple states have issued warnings.
Yeah. Is this for real?
Of clown-related threats to school districts. Clown-related threats. In Georgia, an 11-year-old girl was arrested for bringing a knife to school to protect herself from clowns.
This is like the Slender Man.
Yes, this is exactly what it's like. While in Virginia, a high schooler asked someone posing as a clown on Facebook to commit a murder. In Albany, school security increased after a clown bomb threat. What is a clown bomb?
That's when you pack too many clowns into a little car, and it's going to explode without warning.
Yeah, confetti and red rubber balls.
In Missouri, a clown Facebook group promised, "We are killing the teachers and kidnapping the kids. We are not playing." But here's the thing. Except for like 4 of these, zero corroboration.
Okay.
Absolutely zero. And the other ones are people have taken pictures of themselves or their friends.
And then they put it up.
And they're like, I saw this guy, you know, like on the street. And it's like, it's just people having a goof. Yeah. The funniest stories I think are like, there's like one about this Kentucky man who was arrested just for trying to be fun. Not funny. He was probably trying to scare people, but like not realistically. And he was one of the ones where it's like in Kentucky, it's illegal to wear a mask in public. So anyway, it's not real.
So let me ask you this from an anthropological, sociological standpoint.
Yeah.
Where is this coming from? You and Jared are 2 of the greatest minds I know.
Oh, I'm glad that you asked that. So
Thank you.
This article.
So where is it coming from?
It actually points to phantom clown crises and hoaxes.
What? Hoaxes?
Yeah.
What's a hoax?
Boston, Providence, Omaha, and Arizona.
Oh, God, I'm going to Omaha.
Jared, you're going to be in crazy clown.
They're like these clustered things. And like, this is pre-internet, right?
They're going to make me balloon animals at the border?
New Jersey and Chicago in 91, D.C., Maryland, and Honduras in 94. Like, they just pop up. And they think it's related more to like social anxiety, generally speaking. So maybe part of it is like election related. I don't know.
What about insane clown posse?
Well,
how does that tie?
Gathering of the Juggalos?
Is this a Juggalo related incident?
I mean, it's possible. The ICP's been around for a
long
while.
time.
Where they discarded Faygo bottles at the scene.
I feel like
these
maybe
are questions. We need answers.
Their, you know, like kind of lack of publicity in this is alarming.
Yeah.
Right? Like there aren't even
because weird, creepy clown stuff has been around for a long time.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But the reason this all comes into a news story I want to mention.
Yeah. Where is the story of all this?
McDonald's benches Ronald McDonald until creepy clown thing has blown over. McDonald's says that Ronald McDonald will be keeping a low profile with reports of creepy clown sightings on the rise.
Adam
gonna be
has it exactly right.
He's going to be going on clown vigilante missions
McDonald's
to
Corp
take care of all the evil
said
clowns.
Tuesday that it is being, quote, thoughtful and in respect to Ronald McDonald's participation in community events as a result of the current climate around clown sightings in communities. The company did not provide any other details about how often its red-haired mascot makes appearances and how that will change.
The problem is that McDonald's is undergoing some major financial crisis.
Yeah, all-day breakfast.
They are they are having issues with millennials, again, your people, not wanting to have that unhealthy food. So why don't you just turn Ronald into an evil clown? There you go.
Scare people into...
Scare people, and people will be all over this.
Especially this time of year. It's Halloween, folks.
It's Halloween. Scary Ronald. Scary
Turn
Ron.
all restaurants into a haunted house.
That's a good idea.
And then the last thing you get is a half-cooked nugget. That's the true haunting. We don't want to see what that inside looks like half-cooked, Adam.
No.
And damn it, why did McDonald's get rid of my hot mustard dipping sauce?
Did they really?
That is my all-time favorite sauce. It is gone.
No way.
They haven't had it for like a year or two.
That was...
I've never had it.
It's the best because it's not really hot.
Have we talked about the 100 Nugget Challenge on this podcast?
What?
So I just want to ask you a question.
Jared sounds intrigued.
Okay, do you guys like McDonald's McNuggets?
Isolate that sound, Jared. Write that down. What time was that? And write it down and get it.
What was the sound?
You go, what? I want that because it's great.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you guys one at a time. Actually, write. Do you have something to write on, Jared?
No.
Give me something to write on, man.
Computer.
Okay. Don't lie. I'm gonna ask you a question. I need you to write it down.
Hold on, I'm just typing instructions to me.
He's fighting what?
All right, something to write on.
Yeah.
This is important.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you a question.
There's no cards. These will work.
So I'll ask you a question. I want you to answer it immediately.
If you are in a competition,
right,
and the thing you win is like pride and bragging rights,
right.
If you were given
What's the exchange rate on those?
if you were given half an hour,
€4,
30 minutes,
Yeah.
no cost to you, how many McDonald's chicken
no,
McNuggets?
like physical cost or no financial
No
cost?
financial cost.
What about
I'm
health?
gonna be-
What about health costs?
My toilet is going to have to get replaced, though.
Yeah.
So there is a cost.
How many McDonald's McNuggets could you eat?
Did I eat in a half hour?
In half an hour.
And it's a challenge. You want to win this in this situation.
Okay, so, geez, how many per minute, I guess?
And you have unlimited dipping sauces, though apparently no hot mustard. The fuck?
Yeah, I'm out.
Limited
So I'm
dipping
down to
sauces.
3.
Am I confined to the normal capacity of my digestive tract?
Yeah, I mean, it is like, pretend we went and did this right after the podcast. Like, it's really you.
Oh, I am kind of hungry.
Oh, there you go.
I have a
In
number.
30 minutes.
I have a number written down. And you're not going to be able to keep like a 2 nugget per minute pace, Jared.
No.
Eventually, you're going to slow down.
And they will not be cold. Like, you can get a new box of 20 every time you finish one. So you don't have to get 1,000 at one time.
Okay.
All right. Everyone has a number.
I have
Right.
a number.
All right. Shane, what is your number?
I wrote no more than 40.
No more.
No, I refuse
I'm
to eat
taking
more
that
than
number
40.
as 40.
Okay.
Jared,
I wrote down 45.
45.
45.
I wrote down 79.
Adam is in it to
Wow.
win it.
I just feel like I would just... My arms get tired.
Like I could go really fast. Like I could kill 10 nuggets.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
Right.
And I could probably kill 20, but then after that, it's going to hit me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like
Wait, are we going to do like Kobayashi style, dip them in water?
Oh, my God. No, we'll dip them in fruit punch like that one jerk-off does with all the hot dog buns.
Gross.
It looks like somebody's brain is being chopped up into finely minced meat while he's eating those hot dogs.
we
Yum,
had
yum.
a taco eating contest at work
The food?
a year ago. What? Why did you
Food,
say
not the musical artist from the 80s?
and I got to 10 and
I remember you.
10
yeah,
tacos.
I did not feel good.
And those were Taco John
Taco
tacos,
John's
right?
taco, yeah.
So you figured 10 tacos equals 79
Soft
nuggets.
or hard?
Soft. That was the problem. They should have been hard shell.
What if you could do both?
Like mix, like
Yeah.
one
A
alternate.
mix, yeah.
That'd be a good idea too.
Yeah.
I just
Go back
feel
and
like-
revisit that.
I really feel like that pink slime. It's gonna just slide right down me, and I'll be fine.
Okay, well, we're doing it right after this.
All right. Why did we talk about that? I don't remember.
It was Ronald McDonald.
Okay.
I'm going to give you one more short story, and then we've got to move along, guys.
All right.
We've
Yeah.
got to move along. We're
So,
better way too long already.
Well, this is an entertainment podcast. We'll finish with an entertainment story.
Excellent.
One of the big surprise hits of this summer,
Yes.
movie-wise, in the cinema, was the Kristen Bell classic, Bad Moms.
Bad Moms. Surprisingly, a good cost to profit ratio on that movie.
Yes. Guess how much that movie cost to make?
$10 million.
All right. Jared, any guess from you?
$15 million.
17.5.
$15 million.
$20 million.
Okay, so I was very close.
And how much has it taken in globally?
Globally, $122 million.
178.
$180 million.
That's what I said.
$180 million.
$180 million.
$180 million. This is one of those movies from STX Entertainment that it's a Chinese production.
Oh, here
company.
we go. Here we go.
China's bringing in their
It could be
movies.
China.
Their steel. China. Well, great news.
that's great news.
Yep. They were asked about a sequel given
Right.
the profitability of this movie, and they said that they see when in this type of movie a 68% decrease in grosses for sequels. So they're not making a sequel. Instead,
They're going to do Bad Dads.
guys, great news.
Thank God.
A male-centric comedy coming
Never been
next year, July 14th.
Never been done before.
Bad Dads.
Never been done.
Bad Dads.
Never been done.
Pretty excited about
Who
that.
would think to put an all-male cast featured in a film? It's just a revolutionary thinking.
Oh, Jared, get off of your high
Are they
horse.
all white people too? Because that would just be the coup de grace.
I hope so. Well, is what's her name white?
Mila Kunis?
Yeah,
Yes.
Mila Kunis. Well, she is
She's Russian.
She is Semitic. Semitic.
Semitic?
Anti-Semitic. Yeah, Semitic.
She's semantic. It's true.
She's Russian. She's was born in Russia.
No, it wasn't Russia. Look this up. Someone fact check this
Ukraine?
podcast.
Trying to remember her interview on Stern.
I thought she was Russian.
Could be. No. This is very important that we get everything accurate because people hold us accountable for this stuff.
Bad Moms was directed and written by the Hangover writers Scott Moore.
Soviet
and John
Ukraine.
Lucas.
Soviet Ukraine.
So Ukraine.
Yeah, not Russia.
Not Russia.
Putin. To back off.
She was
Anyway.
born in Chernivtsi
Oh, excellent pronunciation.
in the Ukraine SSR, now Ukraine.
Don't say.
Her mother's name, guess. I'll let you try to guess her mom's name.
Milo and Otis.
Jared?
Svetlana.
Elvira. Elvira. And her father,
Elviro.
Boris.
Mark. There we go.
Mark with a K or a C?
With a K.
Okay.
Surprising.
Might,
Okay,
be,
there we
might
go.
be short for something.
Did you guys see Bad Moms?
No.
I didn't think it was as great as you know.
Are you a mom?
No, it's a good point. I can't relate
Yeah.
very well.
He is
so.
bad, but he's not a mom. Right. All right, so we've wrapped up news, Jared.
Yep.
Time for one last thing.
We covered a lot of stuff. Oh, and I didn't even tell you the cheese story.
We'll save it for a rainy day.
Cheese. That's an evergreen story right there.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, so what do we got here?
All right, coming soon.
Coming soon.
Week of October 16th. We've got some music, some movies, some home video releases,
Home videos.
and video games.
Would that also be under a streaming category as well? Could you
don't
download
know.
or stream it?
Well, I don't think you can download them. Probably. Not legally, anyway.
Well, what about iTunes or iMovies?
Is that really downloading? Or
Jared?
is that like upload?
Who actually downloads them
uploading?
anymore? I think they just stream them to their Apple TV.
Yeah.
Right.
You're caching them, so it's kind of... Anyway. Music.
So there is a download. The packets will live on your machine for a
There is
short
something,
time.
yeah.
So we've got albums from American
Are these-
football.
Are these long players?
I think that they're all LPs.
Yeah. American football. I've heard a lot about this band.
Mm-hmm. Beck has an album coming out.
Right.
Is this one called Winner?
Courtineers.
Mhm.
Jimmy Eat World.
Wow.
I've heard a couple of their songs. Okay.
I Prevail.
No.
Korn.
No.
Lady Gaga.
Eh.
Mel C.
Yes.
Wait, hold
Hard
on.
yes.
There's a clown crisis in America, and Korn has a new album coming out. Coincidence?
Scary.
Probably, but we must investigate further. Alex Jones, we go to you.
We got him live.
Is America's Got Talent coming back soon?
Next summer.
Oh, okay, so not soon. I thought maybe Mel C is, she
Yeah.
would time those.
Her
things
timing
together.
is terrible.
weird.
Like with The Voice, when they come back, everyone on The Voice has got a new
Yeah.
album right away. Not
Michael-
Mel C. She
Michael
waits.
Bublé.
By the way, pause. She could be releasing because she does those shows in the UK, so she could be timing it with the start of a new show over there.
Genius.
Correct.
Okay.
Let's see, Michael Bublé, The Pretty Reckless, and Saint Motel.
Saint Motel. Audrey is a big fan of that band.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Movies. We've got Boo, A Medea Halloween.
Jared's favorite.
By
the way, that features scary clowns. I've seen the commercials.
What's
Scary
her
clowns.
catchphrase? Hallelujah or something?
What shows are you watching where you see Medea?
I think they've been on like American Horror Story.
That's weird.
Yep. No
demographics.
kidding. Seriously, not kidding.
I'm Not Ashamed. Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
And that's how we feel about that movie. We saw the last Jack Reacher.
I have passes if you want to see the new one.
And we said we will never go back.
Did you guys see John Wick?
No.
I saw. Yeah, I saw it at home.
And they're doing a trilogy of that.
They are.
Yeah, first one was good.
I really liked John Wick.
Never seen it.
Jack Reacher reminds me of
A bad John Wick.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie. Trust me.
I'll trust you. That's what this podcast is all about. Trusting
Trust.
us.
It's about trust.
Hey, Jared.
Trust.
Trust.
Cheers. What?
Keeping up with the
Trust.
Joneses.
What?
Terry's. Trust.
Oh, did you guys see Keanu?
Not yet.
No.
What? You guys love
We were
those
so
guys
excited for
much.
it, and then it came out, and we like didn't have time, and the reviews were just.
I liked it a lot.
So we're like,
Did
I liked it.
and we didn't go.
Moonlight and Ouija, Origin of Evil.
Gotcha. Board game based movies.
Mm.
Always a success.
That's Halloween. It's scary.
Home Video, Alice Through the Looking Glass.
No.
Independence Day Resurgence.
No.
Terrible.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Child's Play.
What?
You heard me. Boyhood.
I'd like to see that movie.
I
What?
would say- yeah,
You never
Boyhood.
seen Boyhood?
No.
I liked it.
you loved it.
I loved it.
You did.
It's great. Hamburger Hill. I don't know.
That's a old war movie.
What is with all the old
I think
movies?
is that like a Vietnam movie?
yeah,
again?
yeah.
It
was in
the,
that 80s
the
Vietnam.
platoon type of
Yeah,
thing.
he's absolutely right. Full Metal Jacket in that vein.
Our Kind of Traitor and Cafe Society. Finally, video games.
Yes.
Got a lot of games coming out. Can't
It's
pronounce
that time of the year.
Can't pronounce half these.
That's what I love.
Skylanders, Imaginators.
Or this is the year we're not getting Skylanders. And we didn't last year either.
Franchise Hockey Manager 3.
Ooh.
Yes, finally. Man,
It takes out all the terrible parts of actually playing the game, and now you just move names around. Now that is what I call a hockey game, Jared.
Spreadsheet Simulator 5.
Yeah. Like
Uh,
Moneyball, baby.
Crazy Machines 3. Eagle Flight.
Okay.
Eagle Flight is an Oculus Rift.
You're just a bird flying around?
Assassin's Creed mashup. And yes, you're just a bird flying around. Exist Archive, The Other Side of the Sky. That's
So-
one game.
So far, he's had no problem pronouncing these names, Jared.
Yeah, he claimed he couldn't, and here he is, not nailing every one of
He'll
them.
get to like
I haven't said any.
Hollow 6, The Return of Master Chief.
Mordheim, City of the Damned. Super Dimension Neptune versus Sega Hard Girls.
Wow.
I'm in. Sold.
Sega Hard Girls. What is that all about?
Hopico.
What?
Hopico. Hopico? Who knows? One word. H-O-P-I-K-O.
Could you say it in a sentence?
What's the origin?
What's the origin of happy? Alternate pronunciation?
Macross Delta Scramble.
Macross. That's the cartoon that Robotech later was based on.
Pixel Gear.
Totally dissed.
Batman Return to Arkham.
That's a tough one. That's a VR one.
It's a VR one.
Is it?
I don't
It
know.
is. I hear it's a
Experience Arkham in VR, huh?
little shaky.
Battlefield 1.
That's your big release of the week.
Shit. Forgot about that. Civilization 6.
Like, what did you pick for your hit or miss?
and Lego Harry Potter collection.
All right. But wait, there's one more. There's one more. Thank-
Whatever. He already said it. He already said it.
What is it, Adam?
No, it was my pick.
No, Jared, what is
my
it?
pick this time. I'm picking a hit. It's Battlefield 1.
Are you buying that game?
I'm considering it.
Whoa, calm down
I
there,
don't know.
Master Chief.
I've never played a Battlefield game before.
Right?
Yeah, you have. You just didn't
Battlefield?
know. You didn't know. But Battlefront?
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
If you like Battlefront, this will be similar.
But I kind of like the World War I setting. And because I always preferred, like the Call of Duty series, I always preferred the World War II based, the historical stuff
You're
versus
crazy.
the modern style. That's just me. That's me. That's who I am.
Jared's old school.
So I'm sort of curious about it, and some of the gameplay I've watched looks kind of intriguing.
Well, if you pre-order it at
20% off.
Best Buy, yeah.
Or Best Buy. I do it from Amazon.
Yeah, they also have, if you're part of their gamers club, you
I'm
get
not.
a $10.
I am not, sir.
Sorry.
I am not.
Jared, sorry.
You don't have to pre-order, though, through either one of them, right?
No.
It's just new.
Well, if you pre-order it through Best Buy, you get a $10 gift certificate,
For
and
next
then you
time.
also get 20% off of that game.
Right. Yeah, and Amazon is just as a Prime thing, you get 20% off pre-orders. Period.
But don't pre-order games. I think we all can agree.
Well, what if you save 20%?
You don't have to.
you
You don't have to. You can
what
just buy a new game through Amazon, and you still get the 20% discount.
Not if it's that's
Yeah.
not how it works.
Yeah.
Since when?
Since forever. Same thing with the Gamers
No.
Club. You don't have to pre-order it.
I thought it was just pre.
No, it's new.
Damn it.
With Gamer Club,
Yeah.
you automatically get it off. But there are some games that if you pre-order, you get an additional $10.
Right.
Which then it makes it a really good deal.
Stop pre-ordering games.
So at 48, so you get that 20% off of 60, makes it 48, but then you get a brand new game essentially for $38.
Yeah, but then you're pre-ordering a game.
Jared, let's move on.
To what? I'm trying to figure out how to purchase this
He's
game.
done. He's done. Do it in your own time.
This is my own time.
Oh, but then continue.
Under the scope.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay.
I need to cut down this intro here because it's just I want to get right to it. I want to nail it. Hey, folks, this is the part of the show where we would read your comments. We had a comment from the great Luke Ski.
Yep.
Sorry, Luke. It's been where am I looking? I'm looking at the camera like I normally would, but the camera's up there now.
Yep.
It's really weird. It's just we've sort of gotten past that moment, and so I'm not going to read it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read it. We've moved on past that. Sorry, Luke. So if you have any comments on Scary Clowns or the electoral process or the NFL at large, now that you have a team in LA, please send us another comment.
Closed circuit to Luke. I will have my daughter watch the show, and if she says something great or terrific, well, maybe we'll watch it together.
We
We'll
could
tell
mention
you.
the show.
Yeah, go ahead.
The show is Mighty Magiswords. It's on Cartoon Network.
Yep. It's hot. They're a
is
hot new cartoon.
Created by, I wouldn't say friend of the show, but friend of Luke, who has appeared on the show via Skype,
Yep.
Kyle Carosa.
Yep.
Luke Ski works on the show out at Cartoon Network. And they're very, very excited about their show.
They're working hard on it, Jared.
And it just recently premiered on Cartoon Network on actual television.
Yep.
So you can check it out.
Idea for a Magisword, Jared?
What?
Trump hair Magisword.
Ooh,
Trump hair Magisword.
Yeah. Or Scary Clown Magic
Huge.
somehow. I'm working to be pop culture. Anyway, thank you for sending us the comments and the voicemail. Anyway, Luke, and continued success. We wish it to
Yep.
you.
Keep sending voicemails.
Yes. If you are not Luke and you want to contact us, how can they do that, Shane?
They can contact
This
us
is my part. Stop talking.
at
comments
at thescopeshow.com or
call our voicemail line.
612-21-SCOPE.
Yeah.
That's 612
Yeah.
116
Nope.
042B7.
No, it's 612-217-2673.
Where does the hash sign come in? The number sign? Where does that come in?
It's called a pound sign.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hashtag TCOT.
Hashtag I love Hamilton. I mean, I'm big into Hamilton.
Right. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. All those links are at our website at thescopeshow.com. Soon to be redesigned and rebuilt to be better, stronger, faster for your
Yep.
scoping needs.
Adam saw the new logo, and what did he say, Jared?
All right.
Eh,
Something like that.
Yeah.
Typical Adam
I've
reaction.
seen better. He's got a video game on his phone.
I'm waiting for the show to end to prove Jared wrong.
All right. Sweet. You can also watch this or listen to it depending on how much effort I put into the releases on YouTube. That is youtube.com/thescopeshow. If you'd like to support the show,
Double snap. Pointing everywhere.
as I said earlier, we're on Patreon. This patreon.com/thescopeshow. Or you can buy from Amazon. You click on our affiliate link at thescopeshow.com/Amazon. Click on that link. A small part of your purchase goes into our pockets. You don't pay anything more. And you feel good doing it is the important thing.
That really is the key.
Right. A little hand reaches out from the screen and
Grabs your pee.
gives you a little
Oh, sorry. Wrong thing.
grabs you by the pussy.
Grabs you about the taco.
Sorry about that. Shane, back to you.
Wow. Terrific read, Jared. Thank you for letting me get involved in how you contact the scope. It's been a dream come true.
I've done it a few times.
You're good at it. Adam, thanks for showing up on this particular program.
Happy
Hopefully
to.
you'll be here next week. Jared,
Yeah.
terrific job as always. And to the Scope Bands.
The
Thanks.
Scope Band? What?
Scope Band
Oh.
and Scope Bands. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting us. We'll be back in just 1 week with more Scope, all for you. Until then, bye for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves once again at the end. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. I know I have.
Fear not, Scope faithful. Days shall pass as if they were but a moment, and Jared, Adam, and Shane will return with another thrilling episode. Until then, send your comments to comments@thescopeshow.com or leave a voicemail message by dialing
612-21-SCOPE. That's 612-217-2673.
Thanks for listening, faithful fans. This is Tony Partington saying Belle nuit. Tune in next time to another terrific edition of The Scope.